soul is. I ride up while he chilling on the weekend, creeping, seat back, iron low, like I'm anemic. I'm a wet when it's that time. When Drake's here in front of the battle, but you ain't gonna make none of his headlines.
Hospital, you know my habitat. I throw bullets, Hasselback, 40, Ja Rule. I put it on him and give him a little more after that. Try me.
King of the Dot has always been a league that pushes towards innovation. Another reminder of their tradition to innovate has been the Season 1 production over the course of 2021 leading into 2022. The concept of the season, incorporating seedings, and the ranking system has all been exciting to watch unfold. 46 battlers, 4 divisions, and 100K on the line. We got to see the emergence and resurgence of some of the battlers over the course of the season. And now we are nearing the end. Welcome to the Speaking Our Language show, and today on the blogger side we will be looking at each of the final 4 participants in KOTD Season 1. That includes Pass, Shotty P, Bill Collector, and Mac Myron. Here we will examine the journeys they had up until the season, and what it would mean if each of these final participants became the KOTD Season 1 champion. Let's start with the legend of the group. Pass. In the season, Pass performed at a very high level, with the 3rd highest cumulative score in the West Division, the hardest division of the season. He had a clean 3-0 record in the regular season, including a magnificent battle versus Fate. Then, he goes into the playoffs and puts up a good performance against Clone, and a great performance against City, the leader of the North Division. As a person who has followed Pass, I'm extremely excited to see him perform at such a high level and remind people he is a legend. Pass is without shadow of a doubt a person that is stamped and respected in the battle rap culture. He has touched down on every platform you can think of, from Scribble Jam to Grind Time to KOTD, he's done it all. His resume includes Cortez, Charlie Clips, DNA, Big K, Arsenal, K-Shine, Chilla Jones, Daylight, and Hollow the Don. And after 15 years of hard work, Pass is still showcasing that he can compete with anybody on a high level. And if Pass goes on to be the KOTD Season 1 champion, he would solidify himself as a legend and garner much more respect from the newer audience who aren't that familiar with the things that he's accomplished over the course of his career. Even with Pass being a legend, he doesn't quite get the recognition that an MC of his stature deserves, making him one of the most underrated battlers in the game. So not only would him being the champion place a spotlight on his current greatness, but it will also signify that status and popularity doesn't always equate to skill. Next we have Shotty P, the real dark horse of the season. Shotty P's season performance went a little bit under the radar in hindsight. Him and Bill Collector had the same cumulative score in the North Division, a very top-heavy division. He had a middle-of-the-road 2-1 record, but he was able to land the 3rd seed spot in the playoffs. In the playoffs, his run was very reminiscent to the run that Holmesy the God made in Ultimate Madness 2. He was a very heavy underdog against Dre Dennis, and he squeaked out a win in a very controversial decision. He then went on to battle Caustic, a slight underdog once again, and came out victorious. But can he fully replicate Holmesy's run by winning the whole thing? That's the question. When I look at Shotty's career, I see a guy who has really had good performances and displayed the potential of being a top-tier battler on the KOTD format. He received major plates over the course of his years. Charlie Clips, Shotgun Suge, Math Hoffa. He even had an opportunity of battling Sharon in the first round of the Grand Prix in 2020. But in the grand scheme of things, he has fallen short in capitalizing off of these opportunities. But now, in his journey of being the KOTD Season 1 champion, he can not only redeem himself by completing his underdog story, but also show why he was pushed as one of the gunners of KOTD. Next, we have the star of the group and the fan favorite to win it all, Bill Collector. Bill Collector is one of the standouts of the season from the very beginning. He posted the first perfect score of the season and set the bar so high for other competitors to reach. His season performance will play a tremendous role in him ranking in the top 20 of Champion of the Year. But even with the stellar performances and acclaim he garnered from the fans and battle rap peers, he finished as the 4th seed of the North Division with a tied cumulative score with Shotty P. Bill ended the regular season with a 2-1 record with a costly loss to XQZ. However, Bill will make up for this performance in the first round of the playoffs. In one of the hardest first round bouts, Bill took on Dunch and delivered a world-class performance. Dunch was a favorite to win the entire season, and a lot of people went into this battle anticipating a Battle of the Night contender. But Bill had other plans. He not only won clearly, but he had one of the clearest wins of the night against a guy who was virtually untouchable up to that point. In the second round, Bill Collector took on another heavyweight in Matt Flex. Matt Flex was the head of the West Division and has put on great battles all season long. In an amazing back and forth and in one of the better battles of the playoffs, Bill Collector was able to win the decision and advance to the semifinals. While I said earlier that Shotty P's playoff run is reminiscent to Holmesy's UM2 run, I can say Bill Collector's playoff run is reminiscent of Fonz's run in Ultimate Madness 1, in reference to the level of difficulty. If Bill were to advance to the finals, he would have beaten Dunch, Mad Flex, and McMyron to get there. That in itself is a remarkable feat. Bill Collector came into the game as a hot commodity in 2011. He was one of the most distinguishable PG battlers in the culture and was able to create a lot of buzz in a short period of time. However, for whatever reason, the traction and buzz he would receive came to a halt, and he would spend years rebuilding, rebranding, and revamping his style. Bill Collector's resurgence since 2019 has been nothing short of a remarkable resurgence. And after his battle versus Hitman, he propelled to new heights. He had a remarkable run in the UM2 tournament, and he was able to cross over to the KOTD format and bring some flair and flash. If Bill Collector becomes the first ever KOTD season champion, he will be one of few battlers who have achieved so much on multiple platforms, and the conversation for Bill Collector being a battle rap legend will need to be in the forefront of the culture. And last but certainly not least, we have McMyron. McMyron was another standout in KOTD Season 1. He landed the second highest score of the North Division and the 4th highest score overall in the season. Out of the final 4, Mac and Pass are the only 2 who went 3-0 into the playoffs. Mac was impeccable. Mac put up great shows against Dallas Cash, Cash Money, and Gay, showcasing his effective back-to-back punching style, humor, and showing that his charisma is off the charts. Along with Bill, he too had a season performance that propelled him into the top 20 of Champion of the Year, making his first ever appearance in Champion of the Year in his career. Mac carried his momentum into the playoffs with a dominant win over Bourne in the first round. Mac was locked and loaded, ending Bourne's redemption story prematurely. You can argue that he had the best 3-round performance of that night. And in the second round, after the battle getting pushed back, he showed out again and put on another clinic against Lou Cypher, the head of the South Division. The Pontiac representative has served as the underground phenom for years. With him battling JC over 12 years ago, Mac has spent numerous years building up his profile. He's put on good showings against Danny Myers, Real Deal, Reaper Rel, Big Cannon, Oops, and A-Ward. However, Mac didn't really pick up steam until his Danny Myers battle, going toe-to-toe and punch for punch, one of the more prominent battlers of the culture. His A-Ward battle showed that he has the style and charisma to match his bar-heavy approach. Then, he would go on and have the best year of his career in 2021 with a KOTD season performance and his dominant one-rounder wins against Bonnie Godiva and KCJ. It's been an incredibly long ride for Mac as he has seen his other peers from Pontiac achieve some amazing things. JC appeared on Summer Madness and was in running for Champion of the Year in 2017. Ill Will was UFF champion and went on to be a Champion of the Year contender in 2019 and 2020. Meanwhile, McMyron had to wait for his opportunity for the spotlight. Wait for the opportunity to show that he's always been a great battler. And if McMyron becomes the champion, it will not only be a career reset, but he will also be granted bigger names down the line.
Thank you guys
guys for watching the video. I had a really good time making this video and talking about the Final Four of the KOTD Season 1. I'm very excited to see what transpired in the next 2 rounds, the semifinals and the finals. Each of them have a very great storyline, and I'm excited to see what happens. You have Pass, who's a legend, who can solidify his legendary status with winning the 100K. Then you have Shotty P, who is pretty much the ultimate underdog going into the tournament, and he could win and propel himself to a top tier status. You got Bill Collector, who's a fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? It's like the people's champ, right? And he is chasing legendary status as well. And you have Mac Myron, who is doing a whole complete career reset if he wins the 100K. I think it's an opportunity to face bigger names, to patent his resume a little bit better. I'm very excited to see what transpires. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch my videos. And thank you for watching the Big T documentary past week or so. Huge support from all of you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be a little bit more active the next couple months. It just takes a lot of time with editing, and I try my best to be as detailed as possible with these type of videos, just to pay it forward to the battlers. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, see you guys soon.